Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you some simple maintenance tips for your garage door so you can make it last longer. You've seen the garage doors that are sagging, look like they're bulging out. Well, some simple maintenance can keep that from happening. So all you need is your socket wrench and some silicone. So let's get started. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to tighten all the bolts on the hinges, the stabilizers, and any bolt on the garage door. Now mine takes a 7/16, so I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to tighten all the bolts, cinch them. I don't want to get them over tightened. You want to be very careful, especially on a wood door like mine. Now these are actually screws, so when I tighten these I want to be real careful not to strip the wood. Now if I do happen to strip the wood, what I can do is I can back out the screw, put some construction glue, liquid nails in there, put the screw back in, cinch it down so that it's tight against the wood, and that'll take care of it. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to tighten everything, and then we'll talk about keeping your door lubed up. Okay, I've tightened all my bolts. I got a couple I'm going to have to back out when I get some construction glue. They weren't too bad, but I don't want to take any chances. The next thing I do is I inspect things. I look at my cable, make sure it's not fraying. Everything looks good there. Springs look all right. Nothing binding. Cable looks good. All the way down. Everything looks good there. Now I'm going to loop some things up. So the first thing I do is I take my silicone and I run it along my springs. Now you're probably asking, why do I want to do that? Well, probably the most common failure in a garage door is the spring. And they start to get moist and they rust a little bit and they start to bind. If the spring binds, it can snap and then it unravels, and suddenly you try to open the garage door, it doesn't open, you look up and you can see your springs unraveled when those white marks there are all straight. So that keeps it from binding. Then I'm going to lube the bearings up here. Get her on there good. That should be good. And I'm going to lube each and every roller. I'm just going to go give it a little silicone on each roller. At the same time, I can inspect them. In fact, I bought some new rollers today. Some of these are older. I've replaced them as I go, and I'm going to do a separate video on that. All right, my garage door is about 20 years old, and as you can see, keeping it maintained keeps it from sagging. The last thing you want to do with a wood or composite wood door like mine is you want to keep it painted about every 5 years, depending on the amount of sun it gets, the amount of humidity you have in your area. Keeping it painted will keep the wood from rotting, and it also keeps it looking good. And that's it. Just a few minutes, you can maintain your garage door and keep it looking good for a long, long time. Thanks for watching.